Hi, Sandra Wilson here, clinical hypnotherapist, and I am back from my holidays, and I thought I would talk a little bit about a post that I saw on one of my support groups. And I don't want to give too much detail, but the person was asking what the general opinion was about women who seem to succeed and do very well in their careers when they have ADHD compared to the ones that don't. So it's quite complex, and of course no two women with ADHD are going to be completely alike. But I think a big part of it is early life and how you were brought up and your experiences, not just in the home but at school and going on from school into university, college, work life. So early years are critical. So if, like many women, you have ADHD that was not diagnosed or even recognised when you were a child, chances are you were shamed and punished for being naughty, for being different, or for being lazy. When the truth is, it's nothing to do with laziness, it's more to do with the barriers and the difference in the way you perceive things, how you arrange, how you use your logic. So if you were constantly getting told off for not doing things right, for being lazy, for talking too much, or if your parents or caregivers, whether they intended to or not, made you feel less than good enough, or I don't know, even worthless because you weren't really producing the results, you weren't attaining the exam grades perhaps because you just could not understand, you couldn't fit in, then of course the negative messages that you may have received growing up in early childhood, they can lead to such critical levels of low self-esteem, even depression. And ADHD is not usually, it's not a standalone condition. It can have other types of comorbidities. So some of the lucky people that seem to find a way and become super successful could very well have had very supportive parents and a lot of support, maybe privileges that some people just didn't have. And this all lends itself to success in future life, which kind of, suggests to me that regardless of whether you have ADHD or not as a woman and you're currently struggling, it means that some of those negative messages, the trauma you may have experienced from just not fitting in, can be reversed. And even if you have ADHD, you can still be successful. So with the right kind of support, compassion, and self-acceptance, you can learn to embrace some of the positives about having ADHD. So it doesn't need to necessarily hold you back. I'm not suggesting that you fight it, or, I'm not trying to diminish the seriousness of the condition, but many people, many women with ADHD do have successful careers. They go on to become very wealthy. They can show up in life pretty much in the same way that everybody else does, and in fact often have a lot more success because neurodiverse people are more likely to be creative, resilient, and maybe start their own businesses. So yeah, that is an attempt to answer the question why some people with ADHD seem to be a little bit more successful than others. It's a huge topic, but of course therapy can help. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling that no matter what you do, you just aren't living the life that you want to be living, consider getting some help. And I'll be back with more content another day. Bye for now.